channel. My name is Lindsay and I am a pediatrician, which means I went to 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, and 3 years of pediatric residency training. I am an outpatient pediatrician and I love talking about all things pediatrics here on this channel. If any of that sounds interesting to you, I would love if you would subscribe to the channel. You can also like this video, drop a comment below, or you can send my channel to a friend who you think might be interested in my content. Today, I want to talk about a really fun topic that I love talking in clinic about. It's about why your kid should never use a sippy cup. We're going to get all into what you should be using instead and why the sippy cup might not be the best option for your child. Just a reminder, I am a pediatrician, however, I'm not your child's pediatrician. So always make sure that you talk to your child's doctor whenever you have concerns about their health or development. All right, let's get started about why you should not have your child use a sippy cup. Okay, so before we get into the actual specifics, I want to talk about the 3 types of cups that I am referring to in this video. So actually it's really 4 types if we count a bottle. So everyone knows what a bottle is, just like a baby bottle. So that is the first type, and that's usually what kids start with unless they're nursing. The next type of cup I want to talk about is just an open cup. So when I say open cup, think about something like a Dixie cup or a small open cup. I'll insert a picture here of what an open cup would look like. My third type of cup that I'm talking about is a sippy cup. So this is a hard plastic top with a hard plastic nipple that is very, very hard, no flexibility. I will also insert a picture of that here. And the last type of cup that I'm going to be referring to is a straw cup. So that's a cup with a straw on top that's really flexible and bendable, and I will insert a photo of that here. Okay, so now that we've kind of got an image of all of these different things that I'm talking about in our heads and we all are on the same page, let's talk about what to use when. So just kind of a recap, if it's been a long time since you've had kids or you have questions or anything like that, we're just going to start at the very basics. So usually your pediatrician will start recommending that your child takes a little bit of water or begins to get familiar with using a cup at about 6 to 9 months old, depending on the child's development, muscle tone, all of that kind of stuff. Start with an open cup with a very small amount of liquid, just a very small amount of water at the bottom of it, and begin offering that to your child a couple times per day. I usually recommend 2 to 3 times per day with like a meal, offering that open cup to children. The benefits of using an open cup are going to be your child is going to learn a little bit more about regulating how fast they tip the cup, their kind of suck, swallow, breathe, all of those sorts of things are going to be developed and really enhanced by offering them the open cup. Open cup can be really helpful for kids to also develop their depth perception and get better at putting the cup to their mouth and placing it back down on a surface. So all of these things we're just barely scratching the surface with when we offer the open cup a couple times per day. So that's usually what I recommend from 6 to 9 months old. Really nothing more than that. Their formula, express breast milk, or nursing should all be on their regular schedule. Still using a bottle for the formula or express breast milk. So not transitioning to putting anything else in the open cup other than a little bit of water. So once we hit kind of that 9 to 10 months age, usually at that 9-month well visit, I talk to parents about how the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends stopping using the bottle between 12 to 18 months of age, beginning to wean at 12 months. So a lot of parents don't want to hear this and get really overwhelmed when I say this, and that's totally okay. So I'm going to give you a couple ideas to make the transition just a little bit easier. Starting the open cup at about 6 to 9 months old can actually make kids feel really comfortable with using it and get them ready to begin to start something new at 12 months old, and they'll probably be ready to transition from the bottle anyways. Early introduction of the open cup is actually really helpful for them. So once we transition to the open cup at about 6 months old and they feel really confident with it, at about 12 months old, I would recommend not using a sippy cup. So don't go from that open cup to a sippy cup. The thing I would recommend going to is a straw cup. So What that's going to do is it's going to help develop these muscles that are going to help with eating and drinking and swallowing, just like a normal adult would do. The reason why we recommend not using a sippy cup is because that hard plastic top can actually interfere with the muscles that we use for swallowing and can make it harder for these muscles to develop. Now, with that being said, there's always exceptions. If your kid does really well with a hard plastic sippy cup and you think it's working really well for you, absolutely don't change it. I'm just saying typically I would recommend using a straw cup. So if that's working really well for you guys and you feel like it's the best thing for your child, absolutely keep doing it. So the straw cup can be helpful in developing these muscles that your child's going to use for swallowing lifelong. Now, you might have questions about how to transition your child from the bottle to the straw cup. And my best recommendation for that is start offering them only the straw cup. And a lot of times you're going to get pushback from them with this. You're going to get crying. They're going to refuse it. And that's okay. A lot of times what I'll say in clinic is they are not going to refuse it forever. So when they get thirsty enough, when they really want it, they will take it. They're kind of testing you on seeing how long you'll hold out for as well. So I would recommend putting the bottle on the top shelf somewhere and not revisiting it and just offering them that straw cup. The other thing that's really helpful about the straw cup is it actually helps them be a little bit more careful with what they're doing. They're being more steady with their hands. They know they need to place it upright because if they tip it over, water is going to spill out of it, and they're going to realize that. And that's going to be really helpful for you when they start using a regular cup. They're not going to be throwing water everywhere. It's going to be really helpful to kind of keep things clean too. That's the benefit of the straw cup, is you still get kind of that added benefit of not having everything fall out if it spills over, but still your child's realizing, oh, if this tips over, stuff's coming out and it's getting everywhere. I know this can be a really confusing topic, but really it breaks down to start introducing that open cup between 6 to 9 months old. Doing the open cup a couple times per day, getting them used to the depth perception of bringing the cup up to their mouth, putting it back down, them kind of regulating how much liquid they're putting into their mouth. All of that is going to be really helpful. That then around 12 months old, they're going to be ready to transition from the bottle to something like a straw cup. Always remember to talk with your pediatrician if you have questions. I hope that cleared up some questions. The main reason why we wouldn't recommend using a sippy cup is because it can just interfere with the development of the muscles that are good for your child learning to swallow. So that's about it. If you use a sippy cup and you like it, go for it, but I would recommend using an open cup and then a straw cup. That's all for today's video. If you have video recommendations or questions that you want me to answer, please drop them in the comment box below. I would love to chat with you guys and answer some of your questions. I hope you have a really wonderful day, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!